Hey guys, Brian Hilliard here, author of the best-selling book, Networking Like a Pro, and as you can see, I am here in the gym here today and was really actually picked up something that I think can help you out as it relates to getting higher paying clients, and specifically, I think it's the one thing that a lot of higher paying clients are looking for when hiring a coach. All right, so let me kind of present it in the form of a story here real quick, all right? So I'm at the gym, like I said, and I was actually doing I'm on a treadmill right now, but I'm actually cooling down a little bit. But I was at I was over at the weights, okay? I was over at the weight area, and I do a lot of like full body working out, so I'll do some stuff like where I'm, jumping and lifting and all that kind of stuff, so it's a lot of full body workout. Anyway, I was doing one, I don't know if you've done this before, where you're on the bench and you have like a weight, and what you do is if your body's like this, right? Your body's like that. And then what happens is your hands are up here. So you have the weights up here and then your feet are here and they kind of come like this and then you go down. So it's kind of like a ha, hoo, ha, and it really gets your core and some other good stuff. So you're going back like this, okay? Well, I was doing it and one of the gentlemen, he actually stopped me when I was done. He pulls me off and says, hey, listen, I don't know if you've thought about it, but have you thought about maybe holding the weight differently? So I had a dumbbell, right? And if you think of a dumbbell, it's like this, and there's obviously the dumbbell, right? I was holding it like this, and it's a hard workout, by the way. You should try it sometime with your legs lifting off the bench. You do that 10 times, 20 times, you'll get a workout. He says, listen, what you're doing is fine, but have you thought about doing it the other way? So instead of holding it like this, he says, have you thought about it where the dumbbell's like this and you're holding it like this? You with me on that? Where it's like vertical, okay? I was like, oh, that's really interesting. Thank you. I was like, what was it, And he's like, well, no, you'll get more, what you were doing was fine, but you'll get more stretch when you do it this way in your core. And I said, I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, what does that have to do with what people are looking for in terms of getting higher paying clients? Well, here's a question for you. What made that gentleman decide that he could talk to me? Like, I'm doing a workout. I don't know if you guys have done workouts before or you go to a gym. A lot of people don't do a lot of talking. I'm usually the one waving and shaking hands with folks and stuff like that. What made him decide to think that he could make a point? He could have just as easily not made that point, right? He didn't have to make that point. He could have just as easily let it go. What difference does it make to him? And here's the point. Without me saying anything, I believe he felt that I was approachable and coachable. Stay with me here for a second. He felt that I was approachable and coachable by something I did? No, I didn't talk with him. I had my headsets on, I'm doing my workout, apparently incorrectly, according to him, which by the way, I changed it. It does feel much better. So if you're ever doing that, do it the way he said. Okay, but he felt I was approachable and coachable. Now, what that has to do with what prospects are looking for in terms of higher paying clients, what they're looking for when potentially working with a coach, is in a lot of ways, isn't that what they're looking for as well? They're looking for somebody who is approachable. So what they're not looking for is this coach on a hill, right? Where they're just talking and telling and talking and telling. A lot of people aren't looking like that. I call that old think. Okay, used to be coaching was that, I'm the expert and you're not, like traditional medicine. I'm the expert and you're not, and we just kind of whatever. That's not what it's like anymore, okay? So they're looking for somebody who's approachable and coachable. In other words, are you learning? Now, obviously, you're ahead of them in this whatever journey they happen to be on. For me, it's, getting more clients without being pushy or salesy. Okay, for you, it might be something else. So obviously, the person in question, is further behind than you are in, again, the subject matter of your expertise. That's not the point, though. The point is, are you open to new ideas? Are you listening? Are you coachable? Okay? I find that a lot of people who are not getting and not being as successful as they want in terms of attracting higher paying clients, some of it, not all of it, some of it, not all of it, but some of it has to do with their approachability and their accessibility and their coachability. All right? So here's my little action point of reflection for you. When was the last time that someone just walked up to you? Whether it's working out, whether it's when you're, at the beach, whether it's when you're, playing golf, whatever you do in your free time, at a bookstore. When was the last time someone just walked up to you and started or talked or engaged or did something where it's like, oh, okay, that shows that I'm being approachable, okay? Because if it hasn't happened in a while, I would suggest that maybe you want to be able to kind of smooth out the edges. And I'm not saying you're a bad person. No one's saying you're a bad person, okay? But you might want to smooth out the edges a little bit and have it where you're more approachable so that people want to be coached by you. Even if it's just in the business standpoint where you're doing Facebook Lives, that can make you more approachable. Where you're doing regular blog posts, that can make you more approachable. Where you're doing video versus, written, that makes you more accessible and approachable. Where you're messaging people directly, that makes you more approachable and accessible. Where you bring up points of books that you've read. A lot of coaches don't like to do that. They try to take credit for every new idea that they have. No, I talk about that all the time. I got this from Frank Kern, Amy Porterfield. Who else was I just talking to about that? 4 Hour Work, Tim Ferriss. Approachable, coachable. I think that's one of the things that all higher paying clients are looking for and something that you can do. So if you'd like some more information, you want to be able to swing on by our blog, feel free. We'd love to have you. It is practicebuilderblog.com. That is www.practicebuilderblog.com. We've got all kinds of good stuff on there. Some of it's free, some of it you'll have to pay for, but all of it's designed to help you ethically attract higher paying clients without being pushy or salesy. In the meantime, my name is Brian Hilliard saying so long, take care, and thanks so much for your time.